This is TWiT.
Apple has announced they're going to do lossless audio on Apple Music. As low res as CD quality, as high res as the highest res music, but you can't use it on your AirPods and your AirPods Pro and your AirPods Pro Max on your what is it? Four? How much is that? $555 headphones.
That's crazy.
Even with a wire, it won't work because it uses Bluetooth, and there's just not enough bandwidth to do high res audio. There was a rumor that maybe Apple was somehow going to patch these. I don't think they can because it's the bandwidth in Bluetooth. If you could, maybe there's some secret radio built in that they never told anybody about that they're going to enable, but I don't think so.
I was there at the start of Bluetooth. This was purely a keyboard and mouse designed as a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, it was never designed for high quality music.
And then they went to low power, which was, you know, that's great, but never designed for something like this. So yeah, I mean, Apple's kind of stuffed itself there, but you know, Apple owns Beats, and Beats, the most expensive thing in those headphones is the packaging. So
Neil Young is not impressed.
Oh, I bet Neil Young's not happy.
No.
Yeah. Apple did admit that they are going to update the HomePod and HomePod Mini to support this. The Mini, it won't matter. It's a good speaker for what it is, but it's not a good.
Don't you need like 5 speakers to really?
That's kind of my curiosity with
But
this.
at least those use Wi-Fi, so there's enough bandwidth that they can do lossless over Wi-Fi.
But are you even going to hear the difference on a speaker like that? Absolutely not.
No. I'm excited because it will work with the Apple TV, and I actually have my Apple TV hooked up to a really good DAC and really good speakers. And so that should sound pretty good.
Yep.
So I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
CD quality is fine. I don't need more than CD quality, but I'll be happy about that. And the good thing is they made it free.
Right.
So you don't pay extra for it, which immediately Amazon said, "Oh, whoops," because they were charging
14
it's like $5 more a month.
Yeah.
So now that's free. It's also free. It's part of the base model. I think that we can.
What is Tidal going to do?
Yeah, I think Tidal and Deezer, they're gonna. I don't know.
Tidal,
That's their secret sauce. I don't know.
So what is the music like? I don't know that I've actually experienced music that you could find on a catalog like Apple Music that is Dolby Atmos compatible. Like,
this is the other thing. This is spatial. Yeah, and I mean very spatial. It's spatial, spatial audio, and I think it's kind of gimmicky.
It's like quad
mostly
back in the 70s. So
well, at least as initially announced on the AirPods Pro and the Pro Max, it's so that if you turn your head, this is weird, but that the sound still comes from the TV.
I see. Okay.
That's a weird effect, and that was the first thing. Now they're saying, well, we can also do Dolby Atmos, which means that if you're remember the SACD and DVD audio? Remember back in the day? I remember we had the leader of Flaming Lips, Wayne. I can't remember his name on Call for Help. Wayne Coyne. That's right. In probably this was 2001 or 2000, and he was all excited because they could use this new DVD format to have multi-track, quadraphonic sound. And so he was mixing his stuff that way. But that format, nobody used it. It died. No. It's gone. A few audiophiles used it. But I think it is a case that there are a lot of people with 5.1 and 7.1 surround
Well,
sound
I mean,
systems
they
and
have Atmos systems in their house for their home theater.
So maybe
I'm just not as used to that being a thing that you listen to music.
You're not remixing Yellow Gold in 5.1?
Not yet. Although I might have to think about it.
You should.
I don't know that I have enough going on in my music to spread it across 5 speakers.
Well, because it's Apple, I imagine there'll be, I'm sure Bono's working on it right now.
Of course.
Good grief.
The Dark Side of the Moon, it's probably going to sound pretty awesome in Dolby
absolutely going to do it.
Let's just make Bono history, okay? You know,
actually, I'm sure Dark Side of the Moon has an SACD. In fact, John would know that. Yeah.
I remember. I mean, I use Dark Side of the Moon as the example because I remember Dark Side of the Moon had a quad version back in the 70s when quadraphonic was a big deal.
Well, I mean, Brian Eno, Ambient One, you know, he actually put on the album the position as to where you should put the bass speaker.
I think it's right. I'm not a musician. I do love music, but I think it's a little gimmicky.
Yeah.
I think you can get. Look, if you go to a symphony, you're sitting in the audience. The sound stage is as wide as the proscenium arch, and the symphony's there. I think stereo speakers can actually duplicate that pretty well.
Right.
There's no cellist above your head.
Totally.
Right.
Or in the back of the auditorium. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't need Brian Eno to sneak up.
I think they should put the guy with the cymbals, like in the back, right behind you.
It is weird. Surround sound in like when you listen to a ball game and the beer guy is behind you, it's kind of strange.
Yeah.
You see, I got Dolby invite journalists to film screenings occasionally to show off the latest sound technology. And we went to see the first Star Trek reboot.
It was at the downtown Dolby Theater.
Yeah, downtown, and they're just like,
it's really nice.
This is the Atmos thing, and they explained about the number of speakers around there, and you're like, and the sound was really good. The movie was, but
see, there's the problem in a nutshell.
But also, I mean, they're just like, we have 38 speakers positioned around the room, and you're like, this is never going to be a commercial system.
Well,
actually, something for cinemas.
There are a lot of cinemas that do it, but
no, cinemas will do it, but. Someone on Discord, someone's saying, I've got a 5-in-1. I'm presuming most people here have a 7-in-1.
Yeah, 5-7.
Because we're tech enthusiasts. But for your average Joe Blogs on the street,
well, more people now
have a
because of
bar.
TV.
Yeah, it's like a stereo sound bar
maybe
with
you're right.
channel or something.
Exactly.
It feels like a gimmick, a little gimmicky to me. Anyway, I'm glad Apple's doing it.
Well, and I'm glad if they're doing it, it's no extra charge. Because even if it's a gimmick,
yes, that's simple.
Some say high res. I mean, we've talked about this all week, and a number of people in our chat room say, "Oh, come on." Who, are you saying that a 384 kilobit AAC is going to sound any different than a CD quality?
Yeah.
I think most people won't. Certainly not.
The majority of people are not going to notice the difference. And as someone who cares a lot about music, I have long been on the side of like, no, but it matters. It matters because when you sit down and put the needle on a record with a good sound system, there is something visceral about that experience that is different. And I can't put my finger on what it is. At the same time, I was kind of reading through this stuff ahead of this show, and I can't remember if it was in a comment on a Verge article, but someone pointed out the fact that when it comes to high definition video, we don't scrutinize it in the same way that we do with audio. With high definition video, it's all compressed to some degree, yet it's totally good enough for the video files, the cinephiles. But with audio, for some reason, it's not. And there's a disconnection there. Like it probably is probably is great.
I think the opportunity here is for Leo, for Twitch shows to be surround sound.
We did one. We did one many years ago. We used Dolby,
it's like you're in the middle and all the guests are all around you.
We used Dolby audio to encode it. So Dolby had a thing that never came out in the U.S. called headphone audio. That was that was simulated because it was with headphones, but it was very much spatial. And we did. In fact, I think we were at the 21st Amendment Brew Pub, as I remember, or we were at some brew pub.
We never go to the 21st Amendment Brew Pub and remember it.
Yeah, right. They didn't have mezcal. I can tell you that right now. We did a MacBreak Weekly that way. Alex Lindsay helped us, and we had special recording, and we had the Dolby engineers come out. We did one.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
it's not bad. Yeah. It's a little weird,
scary, right? Somebody chimes in, you're like, oh.
Yeah, and I honestly think that people, they just adjust.
Yes.
So they know you're there and I'm here, and it doesn't. I don't think. I think you go to a great effort to do stuff.
I think it matters an awful lot to a few people, and it doesn't matter at all to a lot of people.
There you go. That's exactly right.
Yeah, right. Episode 23, by the way, MacBreak Weekly, episode 23.
In Dolby Surround,
January 10th, 2007.
That's how long ago. Yeah,
I've been
14 years ago.
Spinal Tap. It's in Dubley, right?
It's in Dubley. It's in Dubley. Yes. I would do it. I would do it that way if like there were a lot of people who would hear it. So maybe now that Apple's doing it, maybe do spatial audio versions of our show. It would just be panning everybody a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, but again, all the work, like the extra work and effort for how much gain? Like, pretty small.
I had a little argument in our Discord with somebody who said, "You're saying records sound better than digital?" And I think I'm with you, Jason. I think they do. I mean, there's pops and clicks, and they get damaged.
They're imperfect.
But you're hearing directly, especially if it's a direct-to-disc recording, you're hearing the sound wave come out of Miles Davis' trumpet into the recording, into your ear.
And also the reverberation off the walls. You can hear the room better, I think.
Spatiality is better.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I do kind of miss that.
There's an aesthetic about it that is really pleasing. Yeah.
Exactly.
That could be just total nostalgia.
I think honestly, if you told your children in 10 years' time. So, yeah, we used to burn this onto a piece of plastic and take a diamond and rub it down the groove of the record. And if they were really advanced, you'd get double grooves on the record. So you got two tracks on the same disc. It just, I fear it's nostalgia, but I miss it terribly.
Yeah, me too.